Hello, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up your weighted gradebook. The first thing you want to do is get into your course. So we're going to go ahead and go into an eye care course. Remember, you can do everything through this setting gear at the right. So click on the setting gear, and we're going to go straight to Gradebook Setup. You can go through the left panel over here, but it's a few more steps. So we're going to go ahead and go the easiest way. Once you're in Gradebook Setup, the first step you're going to do is you're going to set up your categories. So you want to scroll all the way to the bottom of the gradebook and add a category. I'm going to go ahead and add the category Final Exam. And I'm going to click on Show More. You want to change weighted mean of grades to natural. And what this will do, it will count each assignment equal within the final exam category. Save changes at the bottom. And then I'm going to repeat this process, add category, type the category for every category you have on your projects, on your syllabus. I'm going to change it from weighted means to natural and hit save. And I'm going to repeat the process until I've added all the categories I need. So I'm going to do lab and participation. I'm going to change it from weighted to natural, save my changes. I'm going to do it again for homework category. Here it is here, homework. I'm going to change from show more, change it to natural and save. And my last category is attendance. We'll talk about attendance in a moment. Attendance, you can do a couple of different ways. So you can do attendance as an overall percentage for the whole course, or you can set it up where you can put in weekly attendance. Okay, so if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see that you already have all your categories set up here. Excellent. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and make sure that the grade book itself is set up for a weighted mean of grades gradebook. So we're going to go to the top right here where you see the file and it says the name of your course. You're going to go to edit under the word actions and you're going to edit settings. Now this is blank and that's okay. Where you're going to click is show more. Change your aggregation from whatever it is to weighted mean of grades. This is the only one that needs to be weighted. You're going to scroll all the way to the bottom and you're going to click Save Changes. And now we're going to go ahead and put the weights in our categories. So I know attendance is weighted as 5%, homework is 10%, quizzes and labs and participation I know is 10%, quizzes and projects I know is 35%. And lastly, the final exam I know is worth 40%. Now these should total 40, 35 is 75, 85, 95, 100. As soon as I hit Save Changes, it will recalculate my gradebook and I am good to go. Now I noticed that I had already set up these categories earlier, so I just want to delete those so I don't have a duplicate. So you can see I have a duplicate of all of these. So what I would do is I would go over here to where it says edit and I'm just going to hit delete. And it's going to ask me, do I really want to delete it? And I'm going to say yes. All right, so I'm going to delete these categories here so they're no longer in here. And I know that there's 5 categories, so I'm going to go ahead and go down to all 5 categories here. Great. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my assignments so that they're in the correct categories, so that they get the correct weighted percentage that they deserve. So, all right, my last one here. Okay. So the easiest way to move your assignments over is just to click on these boxes here. So for example, I see a lot of homework. So I'm going to go ahead and do all the homework assignments. And there's 4 homeworks here, skip a quiz. There's a homework here. There's a homework here. Skip a quiz. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 homeworks. Skip a quiz. I'm going to skip a computer lab. I'm going to go to homework, homework. I'm going to skip a skills lab. Homework, homework. Skip computer lab, skip skills lab. Go to homework. Skip a skills lab. Homework, homework, homework. That looks like it's a project, a computer lab, a skills lab, a skills lab, a computer lab, a skills lab, a quiz. Okay, so those are all my homeworks. So now with those marked boxes, I'm going to go to the bottom where it says move selected items to. I'm going to use this drop down and I'm going to choose the category. As soon as I choose the category, they're automatically going to move. So they're going to go under homework. It's going to recalculate. And if I scroll down, I see that all my homework is now under my homework category that's weighted as 10%. But because I used natural grades, that means all the assignments are going to equal the exact same amount, okay? They're naturally pointed. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back up and I'm gonna move the next group. I have quizzes. So I'm gonna move my quiz, my quiz, my quiz. Scroll down to any more quizzes. Yep, there's a quiz right here. And that looks like that's all my quizzes because that's a final exam, which has its own category. So I'm gonna scroll down. I'm going to move my selected items to the category called quizzes. Okay, now I have my labs. So I'm going to go ahead and select all my labs. Lab, lab, lab. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and go all the way down here to labs. Okay, and now what if I accidentally put my final exam under my lab? Well, I can show you what will happen. So let's move everything over here to my labs. They automatically move. And I'm like, oh no, I put the final exam in the wrong category. Well, that's okay. Just click it again and move it to the correct category. And I know it's final exam. Okay, and you do this for every assignment. And at the end, you have your completely set up gradebook. If you add any more assignments throughout the course, you just make sure when you set up the assignment, choose the correct grade category, or come into the gradebook and go ahead and use the boxes over here to move them. Thank you.